Sleeping positions. Why do I have this here when I'm talking about sleeping positions? Because weaved into every single one of my explanations of things, of talks that I do on all sorts of different subjects, there is the physical correspondence to the mental or psychological world, the psychic world. So, should you sleep with your head to the north? Now, first off, will it help? And in what ways will it help? When you consider putting your head to the north, from a psychological level, the fact that you're thinking it, that you've put enough thought into it, I need to sleep with my head to the north so I can help, so I can dream more. You're already consciously putting your mind there. You're already psychically and you're coercing yourself in that way. So just on that thought alone, just having, hey, I'm sleeping with my head to the north, that, even if you're not, no matter what you're doing, it's putting a seed in your mind that you want to dream and have better recall of your dream world. From a physical landscape, is it doing something? It seems to be so, because we can obviously look at a magnet and how that gets pulled to the North Pole, to the whatever you think is there. Since nobody's been there, and we're all going on he said, she said. I mean, some people have been there, like getting out of body and gone there, and you could ask them, but then once again you still have to take their word for it. But we can kind of just deduce, we can, it seems to be there's something magnetic in the north. And if you look at your body and know that your body responds to magnetism and electrical systems because you are an electromagnetic being, then you can see that yes, certainly there's something to do with magnetics. And if we, okay, what can we think of further here? Well, where are we coming out of the body? Now this is multifaceted. Your belly button is one portal. That spot called your taint is another portal in between your butthole and your balls. That spot down there, it spirals into something, as well as the top of your head, right in the back of your skull. It's a spiral. And so these all seem to be portals of some sort. And the brain seems to be, if we're a Tesla coil, the top of your head would seem to be the spot that you'd want to pull energy from. And this gets into why people put hats on top of their head in certain religions, because they don't want their spirit to be played with. In certain cultures, it's frowned upon to put your hand on a child's head, because especially if they don't know you, because you could be pulling energy from that child. In a good way, you can add energy to people if you trust someone. There's a good reason to put your hand on someone's head. You can do a lot of energy work through someone's skull. So the simple answer is yes, it certainly will help. But from a physical way, I've gotten out of body in many different ways, in many different positions. Sleeping positions should be, a lot of people say, you have to be on your back and you have to get into that state of hallucination where you're just on the precipice and your body's asleep and your mind is awake. I mean, yes, all of these things can be helpful, but I've gotten out of body so many different ways, and it's never, some people have certain practices, and I think it really just comes down to where you start. If you're a Gemini versus if you're a Leo, there's going to be different things going to work for you, just off the cusp, off of the way that you already have programs running in your mind of what you think you need to do. Some people have, like, I need to know the order of things, and other people are just like, this shit will happen, So yes, it will help. Put the best way to sleep. I've found that this even gets into some other things that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do one on your physical stance, what your feet, how you should walk. We're going to get into those kind of things soon. Some people can get out of body easier because they're more comfortable by laying on their side. Laying on your left side is said to be best for some people. I found to be so, because you're going to get out of body in different ways sitting on your left and right side. And laying on your back will do something. If you're not comfortable laying on your back, that alone is going to take away from your capacity to get out of body. But in another way, it's going to actually line up your energy systems in the right way. So there's a lot of things going on here. It's always kind of like, give yourself, I say this, find what's most comfortable for you, and it's going to get you in the most focused place, whether that's on a couch in the afternoon, after working out. These things are helpful. Working out first to get the body tired. Hey, some people, you know, have a cup of tea, have a drink. You know, there's so many different things that could possibly work. But from sleeping positions, I would say for most people, the side sleeper is probably, people sleep on their sides usually. And maybe switch the side you're on if it hasn't been working. If you've already had a practice of continually sleeping on your side, then try it on your back for a week. So the back, the final matter on this is, in the highest source, the highest wisdom, as I'll always try to get to for people. Yes, sleeping on your back with your head to the north is going to be of the greatest degree. With your head, like a mummy, with your hands crossed over your shoulders so that they meet across in your heart. This is going to be, there's a reason mummies were buried like this, and the sarcophagus is something different altogether. I did a video on that a while back, but just think of it that way. That would be the best way for your energy to get out of body, to do long-term astral travel. But most people, it's going to take a while to get there. Just like someone's diet. If someone's like having a horrible diet, for me to just say, hey, just do a water fast right now, and give up all meat, and give up, that's not going to make any sense, and it's not going to work for that person. So these steps to getting to the comfortable way of sleeping is, you know, just try something for a week. Take notes, stay focused. Have fun astral traveling, getting out of body, dreaming more, you know? And here's a little clue in, and I've done videos on this. A clue in is to, exhaust your body. That's one clue. Another is to put yourself in an uncommon area. Like maybe just flip around in your bed. Just put your head where your feet would normally be. Just that alone. Go to sleep at a different time. These things, it's just like if you were working out, the way you'd engage your body is to not do the exact same patterns. You'd keep it fresh and new so it wouldn't get used to it. It would keep it alive. So what you're doing is, actually it's a difference between putting your body to sleep and keeping your mind awake. And that's a very, very smart thing to do. So cheers guys, talk soon.